Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today, we're going to do a guide and a build for my favorite rare champion inside the game. If you guys have Apothecary unlocked or you've invested into leveling him up, well, kudos, because you got your hands on essentially a rare champion that really can stand toe-to-toe with a lot of legendary champions. He is viable early game, mid game, and end game. So he's a guy, if you're free to play, or even if you're not free to play, no matter what, you're going to want to invest in Apothecary, and it's really because of one ability. We'll get to his kit in just a moment here, but let's go ahead and just start with his base. Actually, let's start with his skills, right? So he has Scatterbolt, which is attack 3 times at random. He has a Soothing Chant, which heals. He's a healer. He's a support champion, obviously. And you can see these books on Apothecary are actually really, really useful. Go ahead and feel free to use your rare books on upgrading his skills. And then Boon of Speed is really what it's all about. And speed is the name of the game when it comes to Apothecary. The Boon of Speed is what makes him so good, and you can book it all the way down to 3 turns. So essentially, you can be giving your party a 30% increased speed buff almost continuously when you book it throughout the entire battle. That is just, I can't tell you guys enough how strong of an ability that is. It makes sure that all of your other champions are attacking more, are defending more, are healing more, whatever their abilities are, debuffing, buffing. They're doing it more often thanks to Apothecary. And when you make him really fast, and look at my speed on him, by the way. So again, speed. My speed on Apothecary is 268. You really want to aim for that 250 or so mark as you get into the mid to high end a game. And then focus on HP percentage and defense percentage just to give him a little bit of sustainability, although he's pretty robust, so he won't normally be like your first champion to die if you equip him properly. So here are my total stats. A decent amount of HP, I wouldn't say a ton, but his defense is really strong. I do have a defense chest piece on him for an artifact. Defense or HP, again, you just want to go for that sustainability alongside, of course, speed. Now, just like many champions inside this game, the boots are pretty much the most important artifact on this champion, right? Getting speed boots, I'm not talking necessarily about the speed artifacts, like getting that 2-set bonus, getting the set bonus, although that's very important. You need boots that have speed as a stat on them. Of course, boots being the only artifact that can give you that sheer speed as the main stat. So I have boots 6-star, speed 45. That's just absolutely huge, and it makes a huge difference. Now, after that, again, HP, you can see the chest that I have on them right here. Defense and HP, my gauntlets, and I need to really upgrade these gauntlets, but they have that nice speed that I rolled twice, so 13 speed, I'll take it. That's why I'm reluctant to swap out these gauntlets and go for the percentage, which is almost always better than the actual raw number stats. Go for the percentage over the raw numbers. So that's how I have him geared up. Otherwise, again, just focusing on those main stats: speed, HP percentage, defense percentage, and then after that, crit rate would be okay. Now, the thing with crit rate on him is it does affect his heals. So you want him critting as much as possible when he's healing your party. Now, his crit damage does not impact his heals. So focusing so much on crit damage, not the end of the world. Now, you see that my crit rate is rather low here. So my crit rate on him is only 38%. So I could do much better on the crit rate end, try to get those heals up a little bit more, but I chose to sacrifice to go all in on the speed, which in my opinion, again, is just the most important, the most paramount stat when you're talking about Apothecary. So his Masteries. Again, I will link you guys a link to check out his Masteries, but here, the main thing you want to focus on, the reason that we went into the offense and support rather than the support and defense, which some people might just assume, because obviously he's not a huge attack-based champion, is you really want that Giant Slayer. It pairs well with his A1, his first ability, has a 30% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking. Bonus damage equals 7.5 of the target champion's max HP, or 3% of the target's max max HP when attacking bosses. So the big thing here is he's actually pretty good. I think his rating's pretty poor against clan boss, but I use him in all my clan boss battles. He's really, really good in almost all of the game modes. Farming dungeon maybe being the exception, just having a bunch of DPS in there, or just farming dungeon, farming campaign rather. Just having a bunch of DPS sometimes is better. But other than that, Apothecary is really going to be your go-to support if you invest in him in pretty much every single game mode inside this game, including clan boss. And of course, Arena, he's really powerful as well. So on support here, we're going for the Spirit Haste. Again, increases speed by 8 for each dead ally, stacks up to 24. We're going for the Lasting Gifts, has a 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff cast by this champion by 1 turn. And of course, going all the way down to Giant Slayer is going to be important too. So those are the masteries. Feel free to screenshot if you guys want. I would recommend going in this tier in support and offense, but of course, happy to hear your recommendations as well. So that is a rough guide on what you want to be focusing on an Apothecary. Usually you can even get by with Apothecary as your only support in some compositions. He's just really strong, although personally I like to pair him as kind of a duo with Miscreated Monster or with sometimes Madame Ceres. So we'll cover those in future videos, by the way, as well. And feel free to drop me a comment, guys, on who you want me to focus on next. Right now, I'm kind of starting with all my favorite rare champions. So we'll be doing a few more in my top, maybe 5 of rares. But no doubt about it, in my opinion, Apothecary is the #1 rare. Maybe with who, it's tough to say who's #2. Maybe Kale, perhaps. But maybe Cold Heart as well. There's quite a few that you could choose from. But anyway, let's back to the video here, Ash. We're going to go into, I want to show you how fast he can speed up, but I don't want to show you a whole clan boss. But actually, you know what? Screw it. We need to finish off this hard here in the clan. What I'm going to do is, just like on my Kale review video, I am going to start this battle, and I'm basically not going to make you guys sit here for 7 minutes and watch it. Instead, I'm going to give you a little flavor of what he's doing here, and then I will cut to the end, and you guys will see how much damage we were able to do with Kale just speeding up and speeding up and speeding up. It might have actually been better to show an arena battle. Actually, I'm going to show an arena match. So here, I'm going to finish this battle. You can see already the speed buffs. My team is just... they're just going to be so fast. It's just incredible. His third ability is just, he's a beast. You have to appreciate how much 30% speed increase can do for your entire team. Anyway, I'll be right back at the end of this clan boss battle, and then we'll go into a quick arena match and call it a video. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we just ended the battle, and you can see 19.36 damage, not too bad on hard. And Apothecary, you know, he put out almost 2 million on his own. Again, just Giant Slayer really does well, even for damage, and of course a lot of heals as well. He's great, and hopefully I've articulated it to you guys. The ability that he has in terms of his speed plus his support, able to keep his heavy hitters alive, is incredibly important. So before we end things off here, guys, I just want to go in the arena and show kind of how he works. I'm definitely going to get the first turn here, because I always do, because his speed is so high. Very, very rare. Maybe 1 out of every 50 arena battles I don't have the first turn. So again, I mean, look at my guys' turn meters after I use this. Everybody's gonna go get sped up, and all of a sudden, just like that, my Biggin, who's my main damage dealer, he's ready to go as well. I can actually use his third ability, has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. So that synergizes pretty well as well. And just like that, I mean, the battle's already over, right? And it's all thanks, and I can debuff with Madame Ceres. And then I can, the crazy thing is with Prince here, I can go ahead and boost turn meter, reset the abilities, and then boon of speed again. It's just insane, and I just keep going forever and ever because they never get a turn in the arena. It's just insane. But either way, you guys can see again with the sustainability that he provides and support with heals to your team. He puts out an underrated amount of damage as well, and of course the speed is everything. So guys, that's going to be the video. Make sure you subscribe here to the channel. I'll be doing a ton of different champion reviews just like this one. I really appreciate you guys watching, and as always, take care, guys.